I would like to invite my brother from Ghana to come and support me this song. I'd like to invite Rasta. There's a for my brother from Ghana. Ras Minano. Yes.
And we're live, streaming from the footsteps of New York City. We are Music Matters with Jason Tramm, and we're delighted that you could join us for our unique podcast community. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and we're delighted that you can be here. Please remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and smash that bell icon for the most up-to-date information on upcoming guests and topics. We'd love it if you would like and share our videos on social media. We're exploding. We're growing quickly. Our community exists for professional artists and all for the people who love that art as well. We explore a wide variety of genres, from classical to contemporary, from world music to all sorts of music. So we'd love to feature a wide variety of artists and styles, and we're delighted that you can join us today. To see our library of our over past 100 episodes, please go to our website at www.jasontramm.net. And you can also see our upcoming guests. We've got some really exciting guests coming up as well. So thank you for joining us today. Today we have a wonderful show for you. We have Mr. Ras Minano. He's the leader of the Hope of Africa band, and he's joining us from the future in Adelaide, Australia. So welcome, Ras.
Thank you, Jason, for having me.
I'm sorry about the early hour in Australia, but the time delay is being crazy, but we're glad that you're joining us today.
Thank you. That's fine. It's part of the life, because you can't change nature. It meant to be, and that's how it has been. So.
Well, I discovered your music, and I've been listening to it constantly for over a month, maybe a month and a half, and just I'm amazed by your positivity that shines through in your music and your fusion of a lot of different musical styles, and it's really unique, and I can't wait to talk to you about your artistic journey.
Oh, yeah. I'm an artist coming from Ghana, West Africa, and I'm based in Adelaide, South Australia. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to your audience and your fans. It's nice to have you.
You're our first person who's born in Ghana. We're excited to talk about that. Did you always know you wanted to be a musician?
Yeah, it's something that I was born to be. Before, I don't even have confidence in myself to lead people as a musician or as an artist. So I do it for fun. And I started I started early as 6 years. And I don't see it as a profession. I was a school drummer. I drum at school for my childhood. I quite remember the time we have traditional drum, and they are looking for somebody who can play the drum, and they have a script. So if they read the script, you need to use the talking drum to drum exactly to communicate with the speech that they are giving. So
describe to us what the drums mean to Ghanaian society. What's the importance of drumming in society in Ghana?
It's part of our culture. And so in our schools, in our family homes, in our communities, everything that we do, we include drumming. So drumming is a part of our life, and it's part of our society as an Africans. Yeah.
You mentioned when we were just chatting before the show, you said that when you're born, you drum, when you get married, you drum, when you die, you drum. I think that's amazing that music is always there. It's always a part of your life. That's really a beautiful and poetic thought.
Because we the Africans, we are spiritual beings. So the only thing that empowers us is music. And even to go to sports. You see them coming with supporters to sing for the players. And we go to church, we sing and play music. If we are doing our traditional things, we play music. We are getting married, we play music. We have, if you have, you have a, you, you have a baby, you know, to name the baby, you have to include music. So music is part of us, and we started with our local drumming and singing. So it became the strength of Africans.
Did your siblings and your family, is there music in your family? Any professional musicians in your family?
Yeah, my mother, because I'm coming from a royal home from West Africa, central region of Ghana, and I was raised in Accra, the capital city. So I experienced the country life and the city life. And my siblings, because my father is different, my father's side, they don't have music in them, but they are all academics. They like to go to school. But my mother's side, because we are in the royal home, we have our traditional drumming group there. So my uncles are part of it. They sponsor it. It is our family thing. So I grew up to become a drummer, because the time I was born, my naming ceremony, they drum. If you are getting married, they drum. Somebody died, they drum. If my uncle wanted to address the community, they send the linguist to go and drum. So if you hear the drumming certain, if you hear the noise of the drumming in certain way, you pay attention, you know that this drumming is talking about the king calling us. So you hear the linguist adding his voice, telling you the king said he need you guys in the palace this date, so people will be coming and he will address them. So it's part of our culture. And I could remember in Africa country like where India is coming from, what is the name? They have a woman there before they will go to war. That is, I forget about the name, but I'll remember to tell you. Before they will go for a war, the woman have to sing, and they have a rhythm called Nyabingi. That's the jam, 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 jam. So in reggae, they use that rhythm. Bob Marley, them all use that rhythm. Jan, jan, tan, jan, 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 jan. They used to chant the Rastas. That's how we used to praise God. You know, we used to praise God. Jim, Jim, Jam, the Jim, 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 Jam, Jim, Jim. So we have Africans, music is part of African liberation and empowerment. Music is always a tool of the backbone. And I think music is the food for the soul. So the whole world, people love music. This is the reason why, you know, I like to, you know, implement different kind of rhythms in my music.
Now, from what I've heard, I really enjoy, like a lot of the music I've heard, is you have a real interesting mix. There's definitely of course a strong African, but there's also like a jazz influence in your music. I also noticed there's some rock and roll influence in your music. How did you come up with this idea of fusing these styles together to make something new?
All those songs are African music. If you listen to B.B. Bruce, you know, it's a very good jazz player. If you listen to, have you heard of Fela Kuti?
I have not, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, you know, they are jazz. They have jazz influence, and it's, if you listen to jazz music, the basis of jazz music is African music.
African drumming, sure. Everything goes back to the African drumming, doesn't it? If you listen to like rock and roll, you listen to jazz, it's just kind of all, you know, it's amazing how born in Africa, exported through the diaspora, brought back and then kind of reinvented. Isn't that interesting how the world works?
Yeah. So just my music is a music that try to let people understand that this is our root, because everybody is coming from Africa. Every humanity starts from Africa. Because history let us understand that the whole planet Earth was one, and all of a sudden nature divided it. That's why some people have Europe, America, Africa, but we are one people. So sometimes the kind of education people are having, because the books has been written by individuals, everything was implemented by human beings. So we are also trying to put our education through music and bring all the genres together so people can have their taste in one track. And after I did that, I found out that it's something different, and I really love it too myself. Yeah, and I've gained a lot of recognition and compliment, and so that is what make me feel like what I'm doing. I'm at the right path.
So, who were some of your influences growing up? Some of your influences at home, and some of your influence maybe from overseas.
My influence are coming from home. We have a group called Osibisa, and Osibisa. They are the first African group that started touring overseas, and Fela Kuti also is part of my influence. And we have Fela Kuti drummer is a Ghanaian. Fela Kuti is a Nigerian, but he came to Ghana to listen to our music called High Life. And this High Life also have a lot of influence in me, because I grew up as a High Life musician. And because, like I told you, I was a school drummer, church drummer. So I was discovered by a friend, one of my pastor's son, and he told me, you can do it, you can sing. At that time I was a little boy, but he told me that you can do this. So anywhere I go, if I work for them, instead of them to pay me what they say, you say you are learning, or you are a small boy, you are learning. So I got to a point, I said, I've had enough, I have to do things on my own. you know and this is the reason why I have all this kind of influence, and I brought together to present it to the world. And as growing up, I have the faith of Rastafari. That is Emperor Haile Selassie I, who is Ethiopia president. He was the first African among the United Nations. At that time, it's not United Nations. They call them League of All Nations. And it was not, he connect Africa to the world with Ethiopia Airline. And is the root of David. If so that's where we the Africans, like me, I make research, because it's not about what you eat alone. You need to also feed your soul with wisdom and your brain. So, and I like brain power. So I like always to learn different things and ask questions and learn beyond, because if you sit down, who said we should have breakfast only in the morning? Somebody implement that. Who said we should have lunch from 12 o'clock? Who said that? If somebody implement it, so we too we can come with another influence. So you need to make your research and get this right. So I make my research and I find my spirituality, and I find out that even Jamaicans are coming from Ghana, and the slave trade led them there, and blah blah blah. So the music that they are playing, their influence, or Marcus Garvey said we should look up to Ethiopia. There is a ruler there who is perfect ruler, who loves peace. And I started making my homework, and I met a Rasta man who he is a big Rasta man. He rather taught me what is in the Bible in reality. So I started practicing it, and I found out that reggae music is the way. So I started enjoying reggae music as a musician. And so that's where I get my reggae influence. So my message of reggae is my faith, because it's like my way of life. And music is part of me. African music is part of me. I was born into it. So as a professional musician, I combine my faith and my, and my blood, so African music is my blood, reggae music is my spirituality, and I join it together and I
That's
present it.
very poetic and beautiful.
Yeah.
And what a gift you get to give to the world. I enjoyed your music on Spotify, and I also looked you up on YouTube. And you've got a growing community of people who are really enjoying your music from all over the world. How does that feel?
I feel so blessed that if you check the population in the world and even in musicians, and I'm content with anything that comes my way. If I get heaps of viewers, heaps of followers, I will appreciate it. But I love the fact that people love positive things that I also see, because I love to associate myself to people that have wisdom, because wisdom is power, and I like to fill my brain with wisdom than making money in my pocket. You know what I mean? So if I see such things and I meet people also think like me, it make me feel blessed that I'm at the right path. And thank you for you also being part of the people who love my music and love positive things. And today here we are. We are
I'm
having
always on the lookout for people who are doing interesting things and making beautiful music, and regardless of genre, I love to just cross the boundaries of genre and to see how much great music there is and how it crosses the entire world. And I've in my own career I've discovered that whenever I get to know musicians, often I would conduct in places I've never been before. I was in Albania, I was in all over Europe, and I would conduct in a place and not even speak the language. But by the end of the performance, we're all brothers, we're all friends. It's like we different continents, different cultures, different religions sometimes, but we all come together for a common purpose, and music can bridge those gaps.
Yep. Music is a tool of development and is the vehicle of progress. And some people also use it some people abuse it. But I think it's up to individuals. And I'm not in this life to judge people. I do what I can, and I make sure that I'm a human being. I may do things that it may not be perfect, but I always open room for um, me to learn from others, or to correct my wrongs doing. And you meet some people, you don't even hear their language, but the music bring you guys together, and it's amazing how music can work. So this is the reason why, if I'm composing a song, because one of the people will understand English and translate my message to the people. So what am I saying? So I always think of the people. I always focus that people should respect nature. People have to respect nature, because we human beings, we are the parasite to nature. Sometimes I'm happy this corona came. So those who think they are above everybody, they will sit back and respect nature. People abuse animals, people abuse trees, people they pollute the air, which is not nice. So all these things, I try to, not only human beings, we are not only nature. There are a lot of things we need to also look into it and respect. So for me, I respect humanity, I respect nature. So always my music is about bringing people together, and sometimes I give education. And what I know is Africa. I know more about African. I came to Australia a while ago, so I can't say much about Australia, but I know of Africa for years. So what is happening is, and what is going on, and what I can address, I use my music as a tool of development, and give education in that. and motivate in that, and and create awareness that, hey guys, we are one people. Stop, you know, killing each other. Stop, disrespecting each other. Let's unify, because just even if you're 100 years, you'll be tired. You want to die, you know. So this is the nice time for us to party and come together and respect, because everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody at a point in time, you know. So why we have to fight each other? We have to put race in ahead of us, and we have to, if wrong is wrong, it doesn't matter who do it. Right is right, you know. So this is my reason of putting all this my message across, to make people aware that we are one people. We need to love each other, and this is where we are coming from. Everything started from here, and we are moving forward. And look at where we are. Technology. We can look at how far we have come. And somebody introduced this. So if you try to put race, you'll be missing out. So we need to appreciate humanity and appreciate nature, you know, and let's live together as people.
So important. And yeah, the fact that we can have this conversation across the world, across multiple time zones, live, for people who are watching us, who knows where, and even now and after it's streams, it's pretty amazing what we can do as we start to cross these boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, what's the musical scene like in Ghana, like when you were growing up? What was the way? You started a band when you were there, and you started playing. Where did you play? What type of venues did you play, and how did it affect you growing up as a musician?
Yeah, Ghana and England is about 6 hours flight. So always Ghanaians go to Europe and come. So and even our first president studied in Lincoln University. So Ghana is advanced country on its own, but Africa as a whole, the only thing music make we is people that we are playing. We play the music for. They appreciate us, but we love to take our music to another level. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Sure.
Because, we have beach resorts. We do organize. They do organize festivals, and they do have sports like people coming from overseas has opened a sport like the way pops are here, and they employ some of the Ghanaians, and they work, and they will invite bands to play and entertain them. So that is how we also, as a musicians, we work. So the time I started my band, I invited few Ghanaians, and I put my vision on board, because I can't do it by myself. I can't play guitar and play keyboard and play horns and sing and drum. So at least you need to respect people with their talent too. So we sit and we talk, and everything was fine, and we started. So if people get to a certain point to they like to move on, and you can't stop them. If they want to also pursue their career, you can't stop them. The only thing you're gonna do is just bless them, then too they can find their way. So that's how I started my music and my band in Ghana.
Was it a reggae-inspired band when you started?
Yes, reggae is very, very inspiring in Ghana, because reggae have positive messages, and that's because there are a lot of our Ghanaians, our authentic music is high life, and so that high life has dominated the country at that time, and we try to also come in with reggae. It's very hard, because even the radio stations, they don't have a spot for reggae.
Really?
So yeah, because they are not Rastas. They have they play R&B and B and all those music in Ghana. So it's like it's like um, you getting your music heard is very hard at that time, but we still pursue it. We try to play. We make sure if I have my djembe and my guitarist is there with his guitar, two acoustic, we deliver our message and people love it. And we started getting spot. And at a point, I got to work with one radio station called Pink FM, and I created a spot called Reggae Rasta's Jet. And Rasta's Jet became famous and hit segment on the radio, which we started gaining more hours because we started with half an hour, and because we started having adverts on the show, so they extended for us. And I keep on doing it, and they organize events and they put us on, and I do my things too, So I started going to Europe to play music and England and stuff, So my music uh, become global thing, and that's how even I end up being in Australia.
So, what was it like going the first time to Europe, taking your music that you brought from home, and sharing that with a foreign audience? What did that feel like the first time you did that? And where was it, if you remember?
I remember it was in England, and the British they love multicultural stuff, so they love the African drumming, they love the music that we are playing, and they appreciate it. And we have a lot of Africans, Jamaicans in England, so they are the people motivate us more that what we are doing, we have got results. So we need to stay pushing, because if you start something and the thing is not working, and sometimes you feel like you need to just back off and try to find another way. But
Rethink.
yeah, so if you have the positive response, it motivates you to pursue more, and that's why I got to this position and this time.
What was the first song you wrote, and do you what was the first time you actually wrote a song, and do you write your own lyrics too?
Yeah, I write my lyrics. I remember the first song that I wrote was Africa Oseye.
That opened up the show. That's a great song. We've been singing it around my house. We're all kind of singing it around. And I had asked you, what does Oseye mean? And you told me it means welcome, and that makes complete sense.
Yeah, because we have to appreciate it is just some history has been told, and the person who told the history wasn't say he or she didn't say the right thing in his books, because people do mistakes. But as an African, and my research I've done and my traveling in African continent, I know that civilization started from Egypt, which we are the same people, and even if you check where now life is going, and this podcast we are doing is civilization, but it started from somewhere. You get what I mean? And it has been advanced and advanced and advanced. So the history has been told well, and as a musician, I like to bring people attention that, hey guys, we are one people. No, if it's you are black man, I'm a black man. You are white man, I'm a white man. So this color thing is not. We are not black and white. We are humanity. So if this is how you were told that you are black and white, then you are a liar. We are Africans. We are one people. We are Americans. We are Europeans. We are one people. People have to see it like that. So really, I'm just bringing people attention that we are one people, and Africa is our root. And if you think now the generation think they know more than us, because of they know the technology more than, even if you finish, you make your PhD about 20 years ago, you'll be ignorant about IT unless you be a student and study the IT thing again. But in this generation, the young ones, they know it. But that doesn't mean they know it all. You know what I mean? There are others in this planet before they came. So people have to be mindful, and they have to make we all respect each other, respect the kids. The kids should respect the elders, and let's live peace and harmony, because not everything is money. People can share their experience with you, which is valuable. You can't buy with money. You know what I mean? So if an all board down before that education can come up and people can learn, unless we have mutual respect to each other, you know. So this is what I always want people to understand, that we need to respect each other. But just I want people to understand that me like this, I'm just Africans are people that they feel like, you know, they always been putting down. So as hope, I'm giving them the attention. Hey guys, stop. You are you are human being. You are human being. Be who you are. You can't change who you are. You don't make decisions for yourself to be African, and and nobody has been make decision for who he or she want to be. So let's work together. So this is the reason why we come with that spirit to, Hope of Africa, Africa or say, so we are coming, and as one people, and work together. And music is the best way of bringing the people together. If you go to festival, you don't see discrimination, racism, nothing. The only thing you see is people are enjoying the music, and the music is fantastic, and they dance to it. People dance music, they don't care who sing it, you know, they don't care. If it's
It's such
good
a
music,
great tool for everyone listening to each other. If you can understand someone's music and you listen to it, you can feel it. It just puts us in the same, puts us together, unifies us. What did your travels and performing in different places? How did that change your music making and the songs that you write?
it make me rather understand how powerful music it is, and I feel, I also, like I said from the beginning, I respect every musician. So I enjoy rock music. I enjoy uh, jazz music. I enjoy African music. So bringing in this generation, 2020, the whole world has changed. So coming with another way of life, you need to bring the people together. And the only way you can bring the people together, just make sure that you give them whatever they feel it is their way of music. So I learned those things from overseas. After playing my music, I go to pubs, listen to rock bands, I listen to jazz music, and Afrobeat have that jazz influence. So already it's there. It's something that is there long. That's why I mentioned names for you, like BB Bruce is a very good jazz guitarist, and it was in America. It's a Black American. And hip hop and others, and at the same time too, a lot of legends like um, John Lennon, them. I listen to their messages, and it's beautiful. So I feel like, if really I want to make a difference, I need to sit back and bring everybody together. So Africa say it's a fusion of everyone choice, you know, everyone choice. But the root of humanity is what I want people to understand. I don't see you as an African. I don't see you as an American. I see you as one people. That's why sometimes people like to say Africans are this, Africans are that. And I say, no, we are one people. But I don't know who brought the name Africa, but that's the way people also will understand that that's where our root is coming from. That's why I mentioned to people. But if I find like the time I'm making my research, I discover another name which it will make people aware that this is what I mean. Like African name will never be mentioned. But Africa is a way that everybody knows that civilization started from Egypt. So I have to let the people know the truth. And you have to tell the kids the truth. And the truth is one, you can't hide it. So that's how I get the influence from different genres and I put, and so my music, that's how I got the influence from Westerners and I brought it to it.
Now, what brought you to Australia, and what convinced you to stay there?
Yeah, I came to Australia through this my music journey, and I find a very beautiful woman who have a good heart, who is my rock. I never meet apart from my mom. I never meet somebody like um, my wife, you know, because um, she was really, really supportive and lovely and kind person, and have a very good heart. And she understand me from where I'm coming from, and we have the same goal, we have the same spirit, and I fall in love. So it happens that I have to, and at that time too, we met. You know, she's single, so we just nature bring us together. So this is what make me stay in Australia, and I'm here now for a while now. I've been here for a while.
That's poetic. And you told me before that she is not a musician, and maybe that's a good thing because it takes a very special person to stay with a musician as
It's
a
true.
musician.
It is hard sometimes for her, but she understands how this music journey it is. And
Artists are interesting people, right? We're interesting people, and we have different ways of thinking about things.
because she have a nursing background, so and she's a psych nurse, so she understand, and she started as a musician because the father, yeah, she have music in her. The father, I know she have a accordion. The father bought an accordion, but she said the teacher, if she can't play it, well, the teacher smack her, and she didn't tell his father to. But if she told his father, the father would tell the teacher off, and that's where she gonna come out with his music. So the teacher rather put her in in a basket and seal his career as a musician. So she loved me, and she loved what I'm doing, and I love her because she's a beautiful person, and I respect her for who she is, and she respects me for who I am, and we work together as a team.
How does your relationship and your marriage affect your music making? Do you actually does she listen to your music first? How does that work?
Yeah, she always, or if I'm going to the studio, she's there with me. I'm going to rehearsal, she's there with me. And because she knows, my wife is a graduate. She has finished his uni, so and English is his first language. So sometimes um, my English is my second language. So sometimes certain things that I'm doing, she also filter it. Ras, yeah, you are right. What you are saying is right. So she's there, and she's been my rock. If sometimes I play and I didn't, you know, something is going wrong and I didn't pull myself right, she will tell me off that Ras, this time around, the way you are, why? I say maybe I'm not in the mood, but they put me on the spot to do something. So, so she's somebody that she always reflect back my doings in my music. She always been there. She's very, very supportive. She makes sure. So it's we work together. We work together. You can't get me with I'm and wife. You know, you can't get me with most of the time. She is my manageress. She is my life. You know, she do her best to make me happy. You know,
Beautiful.
mm.
Beautiful.
And I
And
try.
what's the music scene like in Adelaide? What's the have you found a supporting audience for your music?
Yeah, I have supporters, and I have my fan base, and because of the COVID, I can't say much because um, they are looking forward to see more of my music, and I have delivered the music to them. You know, last year I did some few virtual concerts because it looked like, if you are not doing anything in COVID time, your people also think you have gone, and this time people have short memory,
They certainly do.
Yeah. Because of social media, people get busy all the time with their phone. Even they don't watch TV. Last, my son is telling me that, this TV will be wasted because the TV stations are complaining, because everything has gone on the social media. So, um, yeah, that's Adelaide now. Live music has started, and as I'm talking to you now, I have uh, gigs coming up. The council here, at Port Adelaide Enfield Council, has booked me to play in the French. That's 7th of March, this 2021. So,
It's around the corner. That's this Sunday.
yep. So
Oh,
and
congratulations.
thank you. So my guys are ready to pump it up, and we are they will have their bow because we are really keen. We are keen, and we have put ourselves together to make things happen. And my community also is having our Independence Day sit of March. That is tomorrow, Saturday. You know, and yeah, and my band also will represent, and we have put ourselves together. We have few musicians in our community who put ourselves together. So me myself, I drum, and one of the guys also play guitar. Um, our vice president called Ebialote, he play guitar and sing. He's a musician on his own, and we have few guys.
Wow.
So we're gonna perform our Ghana music, and my band will close the show with my music. So this is what I do, and this is my event, upcoming events.
A wonderful way to honor your Independence Day and to honor your country and your culture is to make that music and to pass that along. Do you still have a lot of connections? Do you still keep in touch with a lot of people and the young musicians in Ghana?
Because of social media, I will get message. They inbox me. I'm a musician. I'm in Ghana and I want help and blah blah blah. So sometimes I do chat with them, but not in person. But like the way, social media. So the world is in our palm now.
That's fantastic that you can influence the next generation of people like yourself who are coming up and discovering that they have a voice that they want to share with the world.
Yep. And we have good artists back home, and up and coming guys that they are also trying their best, but they need a push because life is so hard for them as a young musician. It's not easy, and because of the digital world too. So now people can have their demo, but in our time it was hard to do that because if you don't have money, if you don't have the record company to sign you up, or you don't belong to any band that you are working together to have a demo tape to present it, it's not easy. But this time around, you can have your demo and present it, and if you get a manager or record company, they can work with you. But I think this time even record companies exist. I want to ask. I don't think record companies exist.
Not anymore, not really. I mean, this is the rise of the indie artists because you can produce your records much easier. But you can self-produce, and you don't you're on Spotify the same as the Rolling Stones are on Spotify. I can type in Ras Minano on Spotify and listen to your entire catalog. So that what does the record company really give that you can't produce yourself these, except for promotion, I guess. But less and less. I think there's more and more indie bands who are making it as indie bands.
Yeah, me myself, I'm indie band, independent artist, and I do things on my own. Me and my wife and my management, we work together to make all this vision happens because she knows my vision and my call, and she really respect that, and she love, and she's helping as much as she can. And this is the reason why I'm just asking, because I think maybe there is some, but we never come across with that. But from what you are saying, it seems like what I'm thinking is right.
What I've learned from interviewing a lot of different bands is that with the indie bands, people want to get to know the artist. They want to get to know who you are, and they want the music to be real.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the record companies prepackage it into something else, and they make a plastic image of this person, and then they put that out there. But I think with the indie artists, people want to really know who those people are.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like my band like this, yeah, since I came to Adelaide, I'm working with one of the some of the toppest musicians. So they are very, very good, and we work together, and we have the same goal, and we love each other. We are like family. We work and I think this time around, Adelaide, Adelaide will experience another way of, African music in the scene, because all these songs that you listen on Spotify, they are just playing it, but they never see us performing. So our first performance of those songs will be 6th of March and 7th of March. And 19th of March too, I have Harmony Day in Australia. So Creative Arts in Port Adelaide, they want us to be on the stage to present our music to their audience, and Harmony Day.
What's it going to feel like to take the stage again after such a long time having to wait?
Yeah, it has really changed my mindset of how I think, and it has rather make I have got time for myself to work on myself as an artist, and I go to the gym to exercise a lot, and I write music, and I put new works out there, and so that is what has really keeping me. And I feel like now, because I enjoy to be on the stage, because it's not only the audience that we please sometimes. If I see people happy, make me happy. If I see people sad, it make me sad. So my work that Jah gave me, I appreciate it because I make people happy. I put smile in people's face, and if I see people smiling, I feel. But that's the point that I've missed for quite a long time, like a year now, and I'm looking forward this weekend to smile, because this weekend is my gig. So
when they hear your music, they're going to smile because your music is just infectious. The rhythms and the melodies and your heart that you just pour into every one of those songs. I think that's going to be really special and a gift to your audience. And we need music more than ever in this period, the COVID period. We're all kind of separated and apart and a little bit lonely, and kind of we need music more than ever. That is the gift it's like a gift to people, and it's like a healing salve.
Yep. Yep, because like I said, music is the food for the soul, and if you are feeding your tummy and you don't feed your soul, you know, it make you weak, you know. So I think a lot of people are weak spiritually, you know. So now live music is coming back. People will energize, you know. Some people are dying not because of the COVID, it's loneliness. Because they go to the pub, music is going on, they have their beer, they listen to the music, they come home, they are happy. And that's where they meet people also to talk to, you know, because music bring people together. Music have no boundaries. It doesn't matter who you know, who is, where the person is coming from, you know. Once he's a musician and you are a musician, you just connect like this. So it's a way of bringing people together. And since this thing came, and one of the words that you hear from COVID protocol is social distance. So social distance, it means music is have nothing to do. So this is what is killing the people, you know. So I think for me, I'm putting my therapy shoes and dress on, and this weekend we are going to heal people with music.
Well, God bless. That's what you were born to do, and that gift you're going to give that to everyone who's there. And I look forward to hearing your. Do you have any recordings coming out? Do you have any plans to go back in the studio?
Yeah, this year I've come up with some three songs out there. That is Wamba, Bully, and Jealousy. This is three things that these two things is killing people: jealousy and bullying. You know, so I think I have new songs that is coming um, that day and others, but I just want people to enjoy this music for a while because it seems like I have pushed a lot of music to the people and they really need the performance, you know, how I'm going to present the music to them. Because you listen to the music and they say the artist is coming, it's different mindset altogether and people prepare differently. So I'm just preparing to do my few um, um, athlete tour, you know, playing around a little bit, you know, and after that, I'm looking forward also to after this COVID pandemic come to an end and they want us to travel, then I was because a lot I'm getting response from all over the world, and people say my music is ringing in their headsets, their headphone. My music, they love it. They wish I can come overseas for how do you call it, festivals and stuff. But I'm in their books, so if everything come, I'm the first person they're gonna invite. So all these things also motivate me. It make me feel like I have to just make sure that this music I'll present it well, and I have to work with myself because music is not just a music; it's a spiritual food. So you need to have time, And I don't do mass music. My music is there forever, you know. And I think I think before I produce my music because I know I'm going to feed souls. So, and I have kids, like I'm saying, my kids and their mates will listen to my music. So what am I producing? So I just like to have time. So this COVID, I really got time to work on my music. And I've done it from 2020. I produced the Africa Say in 2020. And 2021, I've brought this EP. And, so I have to just give myself a break for a while and I work on it. Some people come with one song, single, or maybe EP, 2 songs or something like that. But last year I came with an album. This year I'm coming with EP. So I want to work with this that I've produced. Then after I'll head up studio to, but everything is set to go. Just the guys.
It's amazing how important it is to get out there and take your new material to the audience, right? How have you noticed that your music changes once you perform it live? Does it always morph? Does it go in different directions until it gets locked in on the recording?
Oh nah. After music, after the show, people come and they will approach me. That we love your music. Want to have a photo with you, and so, and sometimes the social media, I get comments. Your music is so beautiful. I just listen to your music and my heart, I feel blessed, and they also bless me to stay alive for them, and I appreciate that. People have that desire for me, because some people in life, the way and the life they choose to live, always people are cursing them. You know what I mean? So if I become a blessing to someone, I appreciate it, and I give thanks to the Most High that He has given me this wisdom, because without Jah, I can't do anything. He lead me in everything that I do. Even the music, the inspiration that I get, it's only Him. And the musicians that I work with, it's only Jah brought them to me. So we are working as a team. The Hope of Africa is like hospital with staffs. We have nurses, we have cleaners, we have doctors, we have surgeons, and so the musicians, the band, that's how it is. So we come in, somebody hear the solo of the guitarist, he loved the guitarist. Somebody hear the bass player line, he loved the bass player. Somebody hear the drummer, so it's a combination of, unification of people, and the spirituality and the bond we have, and the respect we have for each other, and make us music family and represent to the audience. So the feedback is amazing.
How can people find out more about your music, and how can they contact you if they have any questions?
They can contact me on Facebook, Ras Minano and the Hope of Africa. On Instagram, Ras Minano and the Hope of Africa. And on YouTube, they can subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch my videos and my upcoming videos on Ras Minano and the Hope of Africa band. And Twitter, Ras Minano and the Hope of Africa band. And Spotify, they can have a listen. Reverb Nation, Ras Minano and the Hope of Africa. Apple Music, these are all the digital platforms you can think of. Ras Minano and the.
Well, I encourage everyone to get out there and listen to this really exciting artist who has a heart to spread the word of unity and peace and to love. And we wish you every success, Ras, as we get back to making music on the stage.
Thank you, Jason, for having me. I really appreciate your time, and I give thanks to your audience for them to have a time to listen to us. And thank you for the opportunity also for me to express myself to your audience. And thank you.
It's a great blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on Music Matters with Jason Tramm. Please remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and hit that bell icon for the most up-to-date information on upcoming guests and topics. Our next show is this coming Saturday. That is March 6th at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we have renowned composer and arranger Charles Zarnecki calling us from Berlin. Most recently, he arranged some pieces that were done by Joshua Bell, one of the most famous violinists in the world, but he's also been involved in Broadway musicals and on many, many projects. He's a real musical entrepreneur. Hope you can join us, and remember, keep music alive.
dreams. You are the queen of my life, my love, my love. You are the lover of my life. You are sweet in my dreams. You are too much on the street. People staring at you. You are pretty on the street, my love, my love. Because of our love, people jealous of us. They see our unity, love, love. You are the flower in my heart, sweet in my dreams. You are the apple of my eye. You are sweet in my dreams. You are the queen of my life, my love, my love. You are the lover of my life. You are sweet in my dreams. Baby, you know I love you. People just get jealous of us. Don't be saying shit about us. Let's work on our love and life, you know? Life is so short. This is our time, love. Baby, you are my lover. No one can contest. Baby, you are my queen. No one can contest. Baby, you are my lover. Oh, oh. Baby, you are my queen. No one can contest. You are the flower in my heart, sweet in my dreams. You are the apple of my eye. You are sweet in my dreams. You are the queen